Alright, you guys, let's continue with the Outer Worlds 2. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let's get into it.
Think they made the statue big enough? Whoa, didn't realize we were landing so close to the action.
Attention passenger, you are running 21,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future. Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Wow, this station's sure going to scrap since last I stepped about. Don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
Is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
Looks like folks holed up here after the fighting started. Guess not everybody was eager to take sides.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order.
Unless you're bent on exploring,
Can't
best
they
we hoof
see
it over
the
to
Order
Matriarch's
is no
mercy and you
different
get that Abbott Bassar mentioned. No offense to Val, but it's real nice having someone watching my back who ain't in constant need of recalibration. Anyway, need something, Command? Sure, always.
Leftover scrap noodles, spoiled mayonnaise? Don't eat yesterday's sandwich. Instead, enjoy Cultured Banquet, a 100% fabricated... The consummation of consumption from the Order of the Ascendant.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. but being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. I don't... Vary, by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like, can see bone. Or maybe white means infected? She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She in agony. And my son ain't waked since the attack. Hurry, please. We must hurry, or they'll be eaten. Or worse. Thank you. Thank you. This way. This way.
Being this close to DeVries? Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure. Can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out of my head. Hey, anyway, need something, Commander? Sure.
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. Ah, I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? or when? Unclear. Stay away from it. And in you need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Please be advised, this unit lacks pharmaceutic resources to provide medical care meeting Earth Directorate standards to population exceeding 7.5 persons.
Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere. Whenever you're in the mood for extemporaneous bloviation, you know where to find me.
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I cannot offer my goods free of charge, but my prices are fair.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Reach. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Yes, the presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, due to our need for compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach? DeVries? Now, why does that name ring familiar? Landon, do you recall a DeVries?
I don't generally concern myself with passers-through. If this DeVries was not a member of the Order, then it's unlikely we ever exchanged mats. Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. What a grim thought. The notion of the Order filled with subversives, like a mock apple riddled with worms. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the En-Ray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Victor is dedicated. Single-minded, one could say. I've always thought highly of his analytical skills as a researcher. Less so his social ones, perhaps. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order. Whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Earth Directorate Agent is just a title. I'd seek to know who you are beyond that bit of headline.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
Where to first, Commander? Enray Rames, Zeranium Manufactory, or Outpost Opportunity? Is it me or anyway? Need something, Commander?
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Callisto. One day... One day, it will process all.
I remember this place before the war.
DeVries betray her fellow agents like that? A rhetorical question. What is it this time?
To inform you, Zeranium Manufacturer 7 is presently under lockdown. Unauthorized entry is barred due to contrivance malfunction. Laboratory mishap and/or miscellaneous unspeakable dangers.
Please call again at a more convenient time.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zeranium Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the Abbot? But we don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir.
This is Factor Métaguier. Am I to understand you have orders from the Abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. Building on the left.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me. So, the Abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Interesting timing. May I see it then? The writ? I appreciate your obvious enthusiasm. The administration of justice is a topic I rarely find others willing to engage in. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the Abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. We have a working hypothesis about who is responsible. The initial evidence looks rather conclusive. And we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations. This facility has been an archetypical example of constancy and regularity. Ergo, the last place anyone would predict anything unpredicted would occur. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. An understandable perspective. I fear I must concur. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of... full of Zeranium. Uranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and... flinders. So... Has it been classified as an accident? Or an attack? What I'd like to know is why our illustrious seer provided zero warning beforehand.
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at...
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
What is it?
Emergency detoxification initiated. System is what's her name took over.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know about her. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alva seized command of the system and locked herself in the control center. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacobs lost a hand trying to pry free the outer doors. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse. I am so pleased a reliable party is actively engaged. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
Protocols not yet charged.
Labyrinth when it attacked. How much viscous fluid would you estimate was involved?
I don't know anything about the fluid's volume. Thing attacked. I shot it. There's goo all over the spot it emerged. Measure that, maybe.
Of course she's hiding something. You think those 2 exemplars just fell
set head
wrong?
on.
They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Oh, hello. A visitor.
Who is it they're sending now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire? Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend. Another Earth Directorate agent, I see. Seems sad.
Is she talking about me?
Oh, my. That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. Yes, that was terrible. I feel awful. Though technically speaking, they did kill each other. There was a scuffle. Their weapons fired. It was a most unfortunate thing. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you, and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. Certainly, of course. If you help me uncover who's responsible, I will gladly open this door. Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Investigator? Always account for standard deviation.
Now's not really the time for a chat.
Patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too dissuaded by that, though.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello, I've been conversing with Factor Matadi.
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
The Factor is less accusatory in his questioning than certain others, which I respect. Good manners cost nothing, I always say.
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. You suspect me somehow? One must keep one's eyes wide open in such times, I suppose. Now, I believe you had an update for Initiate Alva.
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used to affect the falsification. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. There should be ample time for regret later, dear. For now, I'll admit the armchair investigator in me wonders about Proctor Svoboda. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
Alva's been here for how many years? I never noticed her.
Endeavors add to the equation.
May all your and may the plan guide you.
Always account for standard deviation.
Proctor Svoboda seeks retribution. This unit is capable of complying.
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Well, again, I deeply appreciate your skillful aid. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured. May all your endeavors elicit expected results. all your theories prove true.
Engaging combat protocols.
May all your theories prove true. May all your endeavors elicit expected results.
Inform us when you've investigated the two leads.
May all your endeavors... May all your...
Alva's been here for how many years?
Endeavors add to the equation.
Promptor Svoboda seeks retribution. This unit is capable of complying.
Ready to wait on your command. Commander, I'm the one you need to worry about.
Over here. Ah, finally a favorable... The door jammed. Not sure how. Worked perfectly acceptably earlier. That's a very specific topic, but sure. I would be happy to share any information at my disposal. Just get me out of here. That much I certainly can do. Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually. Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Well, that's about everything I know about everything. Let you be on your way. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
ready. Please try again later. Health benefits available at your request.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Inform us when you've investigated the two leads.
Now's not really the time for a chat. You need...
Factor's been in there a while now. Perhaps this conundrum is approaching a solution.
Something about that Alva doesn't square. Is she called... And just for the record.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Yes. Suppose you'll do.
What is it?
Factor's been in there a while now. Perhaps this conundrum is approaching a solution.
Something about that Alva doesn't square. And she called me sad. I'm not sad. Just for the record.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Yes. Suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zeranium overflow vending has gone completely haywire. What else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? I was ordered to keep watch until a specialist arrives. Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. If so, I have something for your time and effort. We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours. Tremendous. Why, this day may average toward the positive yet. May deliberate endeavors beget expected results. Yes, yes, I have had my fill of stochastic uncertainty today. Yes, yes, I have had my fill of stochastic uncertainty today.
Appreciate a little help. Knew you had my back.
You're back. I see my choice in you was well-founded. Serenium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquietude have lessened along with it. This is anecdotal feedback at best, but I find sometimes a gift helps. Something that makes one feel deserving. And by assisting me, you have proven this. This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations, can't miss it, unless you do. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display. I'm fully prepared to be peppered with queries. Not much. Keeps to herself mostly. Or that is entirely. Like all of us, she resided in the barracks 15 degrees to the northeast from here. You mean just after the attack occurred? I was in a state of anxiety at the time, and, well, I'm sure you're aware higher levels of cortisol can impede the encoding of memory. Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one crisis, then my mind was completely occupied by this other crisis nearby. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. I do hope everyone's okay.
I am greatly grateful you were helpful and effective. Farewell.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance, but not the know-how. I wholeheartedly agree. But her incompetence hardly absolves her. I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you, dears, to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an Order Proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. Especially by someone we clearly know so little about. You are far more capable than some back manufactory button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint. I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. I cannot be party to this, but neither shall I stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
I don't know what you found, but any so-called evidence was likely laid there for someone to discover. By a party with years spent in hiding. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Updating threat assessment of Marisol Delgado to Hi.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. This space used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. But in action, I fear, ill suits me. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Affirmative. Engaging standby protocols.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place. Yeah.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. Well, regardless, I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts.
at your command.
Fortificator at ready status. Mitigating the threat. Taking the fight out of them.
Hey! Distraction for you. I'm the one you need to worry about. How are you still upright over there?
To stupefy. Locking them down. Torpification in progress.
You lot could come at
Taking shelter. Thought you were smart, huh?
You came at us from the scrapper side? You must be more than a mite brave. Or foolish. You're dangerous.
Why am I standing so close to the uranium? Hazard pay, of course. And I ain't even started bleeding from the ears yet.
You came at us from the scrapper side? You must be more than a mite brave. Or foolish. You're dangerous. I don't envy their handlers. This place used to be a thriving hub of experimental science. I'm afraid to see the state it's in now. Not getting in the front door. Always another way in, though. So, Abbott Newell sent you to my manufactory to lower tensions with Auntie's Choice, I take it. Have you tried talking with them directly? Good, good. For a poor excuse for a scientician and something of a dandy, he isn't entirely poor at his job.
The Order has been made out to be in the wrong here. It would be a shame for hostilities to reignite before we find out who's responsible. May all our... I'm accustomed to this sort of sight when I leave a facility, not when I enter one. Enter one.
We can hear those wriggly little grub fingers of yours.
.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by, is it 30 or, oh, hello.
Yes, based on your presumed body weight, I'd say multiplying by 30 is correct.
I was unaware that Victor, that is, Archivist Clemens, requested aid. Did he? I hope you're here to help regardless. That would be nice. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds. Three days ago, the range was inundated with fiends. Cultists, I believe. I am unaware if they're immensely foolhardy or simply mad, but they've caused no shortage of destruction. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. There's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays. It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We've an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening.
Look there, on the counter. Reckon that's the N-ray scanner that scientist was on about.
Investigating hostile.
Nice job, Commander. Seems that scanner really did the trick.
You've opened the way forward. I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your theses.
Weapon ready, Commander.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. Can't have our fearless leader firing on empty. Let's get to crafting.
You cannot remain here. Complication after complication befalls this facility, and death stalks its halls. It was all well and good to end those cultists' suffering, but that was but the barest tip of the danger present in this facility. I implore you to depart.
Safety is the key.
Check enemy light.
What is it? All right, but we...
Look at the sound detected.
Watch where you point that thing.
Closing in. Straight at them.
Push to my valve, Commander.
You, friend of friends, are a greater ally than any number of fellow scientists. I see. Damn that Victor and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife. What? Oh, there was not. I don't know. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cultists were killed, but many more still live. Moving because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste. There's no such thing as invisibility. The cultists are out of phase. Also, I strongly recommend against exposing yourself to processed N-rays. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated organ liquefaction. But if you're not attached to the solid state of your organs, I suppose it might be nice to be less visible for a few hours. Although they are physically here, but only partially, hence their unseen state. Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever wanted.
Once more, please see.
like a regular dockbot.
Don't become a statistic, Commander.
Nothing in range.
Fortificator at ready status.
Must I say, only death lies ahead? Observe. The time for that is over. Please.
limit further damage, Commander.
My entreaties were never going to pierce your stubborn will. Not when we spoke before, not when you reached my traps. I should have guessed. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. I was warned that you would attempt to. You would use subterfuge to sway me. I cannot allow this. I cannot allow our efforts to be in vain. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth. Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as yourself. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. A delay cannot stop the inevitable. Goodbye.
Not entirely. I do so hope you'll forgive my thoroughly convincing deception, dear. I'm not so sure Proctor Svoboda was capable of crashing cargo pods into additional antis, and they all...
Now's not really the time for a chat. You need...
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the Order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes? If x is the square root of -1, and you distribute the two binomials together, then the coefficient is... Oh, sorry. May the plan...
Got a bad feel about this line, huh? Don't like being so exposed.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return?
Since the Schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings.
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery, and now the lift code's not... Abilities, you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer, Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. Your resourcefulness never ceases to astound. Before you leave, there's more you should know. While you were conducting your investigation, I was able to piece together the conspirators' main target, the peace talks. Representatives of Auntie's Choice and the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
If you beheld that
This bad down here?
the monastery,
I can't imagine what the situation's like upstairs.
Right? Uses a tracking algorithm.
Are you sure that rope
I am 100% certain. That his tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait, look! Someone's came up via the lift. It must be unlocked. Void it all! I told him he wasn't going to make it. Is this why Wiley's Oak spared him? Because the seer already predicted this? Roger always said he won't. Hey, body's not even cold yet. Show a little respect.
We should keep moving, Commander.
Claim that all things happen for a reason.
That's all bluster. We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows it.
Today, we are that catalyst.
Threat detected.
Getting away! On your command.
Fortificator is charged, taking the fight out of them, locking them down.
I'm the one you need to worry about.
Nullifying unknown.
Resorting.
Check out that junction box. Bet our N-ray scanner could be useful here.
Found another one.
Battle charge in progress.
Grenade away! Followed by detonation!
Standing by to stupefy.
You want navigate.
Suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Guns cocked and loaded.
Replenishing mechanism.
aspiring brow. If you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more
Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 thesis on determinism then.
Anchorites. Be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer, but do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way.
Our lives are predestined, ipso facto. If there is conflict, then it was inevitable.
Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief. And how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm of inaction?
We make those estimates all the time. That's the whole reason we employ seers.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Augustine was obsessed with the Rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the Rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Oh, yeah? And how'd she react?
Well, she hasn't returned, so perhaps she didn't like the answer we gave. Happens more often than you'd think.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing. Much.
What is it? What is it? All right. We should keep moving, Commander. I'll see what
Mobilizing.
Enemy moving in the hole.
Investigating hostile.
It's the unknown variable.
Confiscate the rest. Ratcheting up the plan. Mitigating the threat. Torpification in progress.
I couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
And whom do we look? When a student fails, why their instructor, Bishop Bassar, has the stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
The Seer's already proven willing to kill for his cause. I think these folks aren't long for this world if we don't help.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Seer was right about one thing. We wouldn't be very good Earth Directorate agents if we just left them to die.
Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it is, then.
Raise high probability. Wiley
Guessing the safe is part of Wiley's puzzle. Odd how obvious it's made it.
Puzzle in the research wing upstairs. That must be where he hid.
I have a growing suspicion the Seer's been overindulging in Aetherwave series. Cereals.
pretty fast.
I'll handle this.
Atypical aberration! Proceeding forward. No need to converse. Moving out the alarm. Compressing. Sounding factor.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Advancing.
Attempting to find it.
They're intimidating them.
Random.
Way to get the ball rolling. This laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
See? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back?
Hurry! Disable the court press machine!
That was the right call, but we've no time left to waste.
Thank you, stranger.
Hey, Commander, ain't this the room the Anchoress has mentioned? Couldn't hurt to keep our lamps lit for that material they requested.
Hostilities are afoot. I take umbrage.
Station determined.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Nobody around.
Appreciate a good orrery. Worthless people, that's who.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station security protocols. I trust you're not implying something untoward between us.
Don't worry. We already know DeVries ain't got a heart that could spare 2 beats for anyone. And you seem awful frugal in that regard, too.
The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. DeVries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint? No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? This proves nothing, except your willingness to trespass into other people's correspondence, and Joseph's inability to express himself clearly in the written form. I can't conceive of a reason why my survival should matter to you.
I was just wondering the same question myself.
However, as a matter of professional curiosity, let's entertain the hypothetical. I stand down. Then what? None of this is going according to my calculations. I certainly failed to predict your attempt to negotiate. I knew you had another strategy. Now I will show you mine.
I'll handle means to your end.
Combatants.
Riddle me with bullets all you like. With this information device at my disposal, you'll never do me harm.
progress. Recharge incomplete.
You lot couldn't hit the broadside over here!
Replenish!
Present coordinate yields a minimum.
Fortification.
And moving to a more fortified position.
Replenishing
On your command.
I'll be aiding!
Your combat methodology lacks nuance.
Vitals are in.
Replenishing
Taking the fight out of them. Locking them down.
I'm the one you need to come at.
Shooting now.
Replenish!
Investigating hostile intentions.
Riddle me with bullets all you like.
Locking them
With
down.
this rejuvenation device at my disposal, you'll never do me harm.
Standing by to stupefy. Resorting to violence.
Riddle me with bullets all you like. With this rejuvenation device at my disposal, you'll never do me harm.
bad company.
Getting numb. Mitigate.
Hey, got a distraction for you.
Clever little sprat, attempting to destroy the projector. I will tend to you personally.
Navigating to an adversary.
Mobilizing.
Riddle me with bullets all you like. With this rejuvenation device at my disposal, you'll never do me harm.
You try to limit further damage, man.
I will attempt.
Proceeding forward.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Narrowing the gap to my target. I will be the means to go on. Replenish. This was not in my prediction. Whoever is left, do this out.
His shield's down. Now's our chance to take him out.
You suffered.
Hunger levels untenable.
Mitigating the threat, locking them down.
You up like a...
Acquiring target.
You lot couldn't hit the...
Standing by to stupefy. Locking them down.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. see that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless, however, though yet we must act on. However, though the code, yet we must act.
Now's not really the time for a chat. You need...
We off to the peace talks then? We'll need your ship unless you intend to walk. To space.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? What? No, you must be mistaken. Were you able to speak with him? Help him recover his senses? I appreciate the sentiment, but there is now... The truth is... if I had not thwarted his ambitions... No. Those Yes. Better... I won't keep you. You are well... May all your future endeavors proceed...
I don't know what you're complaining about. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% gay.
Can any of this really be in service to the... Can any of this really be in service to the universal equation? Like the Seers claim?
Best we start discussing strategy, Commander.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor,
This unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
We can't let DeVries catch us on the back foot again. We need a plan.
Stakes are high. If DeVries sabotages the peace talks, war will continue. Don't need to be a seer to divine that. Yes, and if she doesn't know we're coming, we may have the upper hand. Still, we do well not to underestimate her. She's as good as we are. Well, as you are.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised, in the absence of Victor, status deceased, and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander. Confirmed. Per the Earth Directorate Manual, a team formed of multiple agents is vital to success, especially during missions where agent attrition is likely to occur.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of her own Phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for us falling out, too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
Alright, you guys, I'm going to stop right here. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Peace.